What's good? It's your boy Guapafina and we're back with another story time. No long talking. I know you guys have been waiting for one of these, so before we get into it, I just want to say I'm not telling you guys this story. It's not even a story. This is facts. I'm not telling you guys this to play some tough guy role or to try to prove to none of you guys that I'm about that life. I really don't care. Alright? My goal out of this is to help you learn from the mistakes I've made. Because there's gonna be a time when you hop off the porch and you stop being a little virgin kid and turn into a man. And there are a lot of lessons you're going to learn. And a smart man learns from another man's mistakes without making them himself. There are thousands of ways to get yourself into trouble, but only a limited amount of ways to get yourself out of it. With that being said, let's rewind the clock back to 2016. I was 18 years old. Those times I was doing my thing, getting into the bag. I wasn't even playing 2K at that time. I bought 2K16, but I would only play head to head with my brethrens, no homo. I used to slap mans by 40 points with James Harden, but I was just getting to the money. I had no time to grind my career, so I didn't even really play it. 2K19 is the first time I ever played Park, but anyways, back to the story. So during that point in my life, I was on demon time. I was just looking for drug dealers to rob, because if you've ever been in the game, you know you make more money when you rob people instead of pay for supplies. It's like GTA Motorcycle Club business. You get more profit when you steal supplies, but it comes with the consequences. But I'm not gonna lie to you, just a quick tip in the GTA, just buy your supplies, bro, because it's not even worth it robbing them. But anyways, let's get back into the story. And actually that's real life too. Just buy if you're gonna sell drugs, just buy it, bro. It's not worth it, bro. Don't rob people, bro. Just buy it. But anyways, now let's get back into the story. I robbed so many drug dealers. When I walk the streets downtown, I always gotta have my eyes open and be aware of my surroundings, because you never know who you can run into. And just because I hit a lick 5-6 years ago doesn't mean that person got over it. Some people will let it go, some people won't. I gotta be 10 toes down. Alright, so one of my associates came to me with a plot. Basically, there was a guy we used to go to high school with who now lives 2 hours away on university campus. He's selling pounds, and we knew he wasn't about that life. But it's way easier flipping packs on campus than in the streets. Just so you guys don't get confused, I'm gonna name this person John. Okay, so John is the guy I went to high school with, who's a bitch, but now he thinks he's a plug. Alright, so where John messed up was when he started messaging everybody from his hometown where I was, letting everybody know he had the packs up. So of course somebody else I know drove 2 hours to him and robbed him for a couple pounds. Once I heard that, I knew I was slacking. I should have been the one to rob him, so I got one of my associates to contact him to set something up. Even though he just got robbed, and surprisingly he agreed to it. He told us to come and drive out to him, so we hit the highway and we were speeding to the money. It's supposed to be a 2-hour drive and we got there in an hour. So we pulled up to the school, and I can't lie, like, I never been to university, but it looks live. It was a Friday night. There were people all over the place, wilding out, drunk girls starting in the streets, that stuff. You know, even though that stuff doesn't even excite me, I'm more thinking about the business aspect of it. University is the place where a lot of people turn into junkies because of the freedom they were never used to getting, and I have no problem with that. I'll be their personal pharmacist and serve them. So we met up with John, and he let us know that he got robbed a couple days ago. He thought that we didn't know, but we knew. Anyways, he let us know he got robbed a couple days ago, and that the product that was robbed from him was a loan, and now he has to pay back the dealer. So he doesn't have anything on him, but he's gonna introduce us to the dealer. This was very bad because we didn't come prepared to meet his plug. We came to rob him, and we don't know who his plug is, so we have no idea what we were walking into. He brought us outside the plug's apartment, then told us the plug has a rule where if somebody he doesn't know is buying off of him and they're with multiple people, only one person can enter the apartment. So my associate went with John and they both went up into the apartment. While they were walking towards the apartment, I texted my associate and I told him, scope out how many people are in the apartment and if they're strapped if you can, or lacking, you know, and then make an excuse to leave and come back. So he went up, met the plug, seen the product, scoped out everything, and told the plug the product was better than he expected and that he wants more, but he has to go to the bank and withdraw more money. Of course, hearing that would make any plug feel happy, feel more comfortable, and lower his guard. So John and my associate came back down. They hopped back in the whip and John brought us to the nearest bank. When we pulled up, we took John's phone from him. We made him give us his password and we pushed him out the whip and skirt off. We drove back to the plug's apartment, called the plug and said, yo, we're back, buzz us in. This time it was me and 3 of my associates. We went up into the apartment and in less than 1 minute we were in and out. Long story short, not even long story short, but let me just make it short quick for you guys. The plug had a weapon. Push came to shove. The plug ended up getting stabbed in the face and left on the floor leaking. Okay, we ran out with our hands full of free product, over $10,000 worth combined. We jumped in our whips and we skirted back to the city. Mission complete. We rolled up a fat blunt, went to LCBO, which is our liquor store in Canada, in Ontario, like Toronto. We bought a Henny bottle, went back to one of my brethren's condos and we celebrated. Heist complete. We took the aggressive approach, but we did it so quick. We got the elite bonus challenge, you feel me? The plug had to get 36 stitches after that, fam. It was all over the news. Student at blah 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 university got stabbed and is in critical but stable condition. I was such a demon. I seen the article and I laughed and said to myself, sucks to suck, it's a dog eat dog world. 3 weeks went by and I completely forgot about the situation because I done robbed 2 more plugs during that 3 weeks. I was on a streak, no cap, and I was still plotting on more plugs. As bad as this sounds, I used to wake up every day and think, which drug dealer can I rob today? I didn't think I was invincible, but I also wasn't scared of taking the risk. So 3 weeks later, I was on road, serving to my customers, and my mom called me yelling, saying there are more than 5 police cars lined up in front of my crib. I had cameras set up connected to an app on my phone, so I checked it and almost shit bricks, because the way the police work is it doesn't matter if you did something 10 years ago. If they find the evidence today, they're gonna come and get your ass. And I did so much things in my life and got away with it. I had no idea what they were here for. They probably had my phone, my phone tapped, all my phones tapped, my house phone, everything. But my mom's a G and she called me on WhatsApp, which is encrypted, and gave me the heads up. So I told her, tell them I'm at work and ask them what do they want. They told her that they just want to talk to me and to let me know that when I'm done work, I should come down to the police station and talk to them, or they will just come back to the house. Once I heard that, I said, hell no, I'm not going down talking to no police station. Like, why? I'd rather go on the run than turn myself in, especially because they came with so many vehicles and they usually only do that when it's serious and they're coming to arrest somebody. Long story short, my mom and my lawyer talked me into going to the police station to ask them about what they want to talk to me about, because that's always the better. It's always better to just go in than to live a life on the run. To be honest, you don't want to live a life on the run. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So I manned up, went into the police station, head up, chest out, like, yo, wagwan, what do you guys want from me now? I didn't do nothing. The officer laughed and said, we don't even want you, another region does. And it was the same region of the university that I hit the lick on 3 weeks ago. I couldn't believe it. I never thought a drug dealer would turn to the police and snitch. The reason I was so in love with robbing dealers was because I thought I would never go to jail for it and they would never snitch. But boy was I wrong. Snitches come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and profession. So they detained me until the police from the other region came and got me. They drove me 2 hours to the other police station. Then when I got there, they put me in the questioning room, and in the room there were pictures of the plug's face after the surgery with all the stitches in them. Okay, like it was a nasty picture. Like there was just blood everywhere, and I don't know if you've seen like a post-surgery picture, but they don't like clean up too good. Like it was like blood on his face, and like you could see all the stitches, whatever. The detective said, "I know you're behind this," and then he showed me a picture of John and asked me if I know him. I said no. He said, "Stop lying. John told us you went to high school together. He's the reason we found you. I don't even have to ask you any questions. I'm gonna make sure you do so much time that when you get out, you'll never come back to our city again." The next day, I got brought up in court. The crown attorney read out my charges: aggravated assault and armed robbery, and stated he wanted me to do 2 years for the aggravated assault and 1 year for the armed robbery, and he wanted them served consecutively for a total of 3 years. I was shitting bricks. I'm 22 right now, okay? I would have been in from summer 2016 until summer 2019 last year. I was in jail for 2 months without a bail because my parents didn't want to get me. Then, when I finally talked to them into bailing me out, we ran a bail hearing and it got denied. And they didn't let me out, so I had to sit in jail and fight my case from the inside. I had a good lawyer, and they couldn't prove that I was the person who stabbed the victim, so they dropped the aggravated assault, which they wanted 2 years for. But because John was willing to testify on the stand against me, they could prove that in fact I was there and a part of the robbery, but they also couldn't prove that I had a weapon, so they dropped the armed robbery and changed it to a normal robbery. They wanted me to serve 6 months for that, but by this time I already served 6 months and they let me leave. You know, a lot of things happened during these 6 months, and if y'all want me to do a story time on my crazy jail experiences, let me know in the comment section down below, and make sure to hit that like button. If this doesn't get at least 200 likes, I swear I am never doing a story time ever again. It's your boy Guapafina, and we out.